All right, you guys, so today we're going to do a little different style video. I'm going to show you how to do some easy styles at home. First is a lot of question I get is how to curl your hair with a flat iron. So I started out with my Alpha Parf thermal spray, and I just always like to brush it through and make sure that it's evenly distributed throughout the hair. You're going to take your flat iron and you're going to bend it just slightly and pull it down, kind of like if you've ever taken scissors and ribbon and you kind of pull it along and that makes it curly at the end. It's the same as that concept. These next two chunks, I take a little bit bigger section and pull it through just so you can see what it looks like if you take a little bit bigger section. The curl's not as tight, it's not as defined, so you can definitely get different style curls out of everything. Don't mind my mannequin head, she does not want to hang tight, so I have to kind of pull and manipulate these next few curls a few times, but eventually I do get them how I want them to be. All right, so that is how you make curls with your flat iron. Next, I'm going to go through and I'm just brushing out my mannequin, and I'm going to show you how to do a French braid into a messy bun. That is another request I've gotten a lot for. I actually like this style a lot because you can actually make it look really casual yet dress it up at the same time. So you're going to find your part and you're going to take a little bit of a pomade. I use the Alpha Parf Glossy Pomade. It has a nice hold and it has some shine, but it doesn't look greasy. You don't need much, about a pea size, maybe just a little bit more than that. Just run it through your hands and through your hair. The nice thing about a pomade is it's going to give you a little bit of tackiness without being too heavy. You're going to grab a section that's about 1 inch wide. The smaller the section, the smaller your braid will be, but I usually start it with 1 inch. And you're going to split it into 3 sections. And this is just going to be your standard French braid. So you're going to go over the middle, and literally that's what you're going to keep repeating, is taking the outside piece on the left, over the middle, the outside piece on the right, over the middle. And each time you go over, you just grab more hair from that side of your head. The really big thing with any type of braid is the tension and just keeping everything really tight. Now, to be honest, for me, it took me a long time to French braid my own hair, but with practice, you can get it really easily. So now that we're towards the bottom, I'm going to take my clip and just secure it that way while I grab my ponytails. I just have the normal thin plastic ones, but if you have a lot of hair, I would suggest using a normal ponytail holder. I just have these on hand and they work a little bit nicer to secure your hair without necessarily seeing a band. So I do use 2 of them for extra stability. And you're going to wrap it around the hair once and then wrap it again twice. But the second time, you're not going to pull it all the way through. You're going to leave a little bit of the tail underneath and have it just pulled through like halfway. And the reason that is because if you pull it all the way through, it's just a little easier if you pull it all the way through, it's a little bit harder, I should say, to make it messy, where if you only pull it part of the way through, it's already kind of messy and then you get that look started. So you're going to take your bobby pins, and most people pry them open. That's actually not what you want to do because you're stretching them out and then they're not going to hold as well. So you actually want to keep them together, and you're going to just slightly push it into your hair and hook it through. A really good way to make sure your your bobby pin sticks in is to kind of wiggle it in, and you can feel your hair going between the ridges of the bobby pin, and it'll get a really secure hold. So the really nice thing about a messy bun is it's supposed to be messy. So just take your pins and keep pinning and tucking however you want them to be, and make it as messy as you want. Pull out some pieces. Really, this is, I don't overthink it. That's a reason there's called a messy bun. And then I'm going to take my Bombshell texture spray and I spray that all over the whole head. It gives a really nice hold, but also tames down any flyaways. And because it is a texture spray, it's not going to necessarily be super sleek. So you don't have to worry about your style falling throughout the day. So you can see a nice braid pulled over. She's got a little wonky hairline because she's a mannequin. And then just pin and tucked, and that's all you have to do for a style. So next we are just going to go into a messy bun. I have been asked about this a ton. Again, just like a braid into a messy bun, it's messy. So you don't want it to look perfect. You want it to look messy. And I think that's when most people struggle with any sort of messy look, is we're trying to make it perfect. And the whole point is for it to be not perfect. So you're going to do the same thing, put it up and wrap it through twice, but that second time, not pull it all the way through. And again, just start pinning with your bobby pins. It's really the same thing as you just saw with the French braid, but this one, it's just in a high ponytail. And I will show you here how you can kind of tuck and hide any pieces and how to get some nice volume so that from the front it looks super cute. So now for that little back tail piece, you're just going to take your bobby pin and secure that tail. So just tuck it underneath and then pin it right up into the bun. That way it just doesn't look like you have a random piece hanging out back there. Again, texture spray is your friend for a messy look. It will just give it a nice hold but won't weigh it down. And then to the front, I'm going to show you how you can get a little bit of volume. So you just pinch little sections of your hair and just slightly pull them up. Again, she has a wonky hairline because she is a mannequin, so she's not going to look super cute, but you'll get the gist of it. I like to just pull little pieces and lift that right off my scalp in the front so it doesn't look so tight. And then you can just grab tiny little pieces if you want to have some cute little curls hang out. Word of advice, don't take them even from side to side. Make one lower and one higher. Just gives a little bit more natural asymmetrical look. If you go exactly straight across, it just looks like you have two like pigtails hanging from the front of your face. Again, just really lift and tuck. And as you see pieces that need to be fixed, again, it's messy, you guys, so it's supposed to be fun. Don't overthink it. Even on myself, sometimes I'm overthinking and I'm like, no, just make it messy. And again, texture spray is your friend. All right, so for this next one, again, find your part. And you're just going to take some twists. So grab a section after you put a little bit more of your texture spray on there. I swear to God, you guys, if you don't have this texture spray in your cupboard, you are missing out. So you're going to just take a little section like you did for when you did a French braid, but you're going to twist it back. And then you're just going to keep adding pieces of hair to it to build that twist back. And just keep twisting it, make it nice and tight. And then you're going to take bobby pins here in a second. And again, without opening them, you're going to tuck them in. And the best way I can describe it is start from the bottom and kind of push up and tuck down. And you'll be able to tell, so see that one popped out really easily. That means it wasn't secure enough. And when you have a thicker section of hair, you're going to need probably 2 to 4 bobby pins to securely push that in. But you can see how I'm kind of swooping it in and tucking it down without opening the bobby pin, because again, when you open them, that actually stretches them out and then makes them lose their hold factor. So you can see how it's twisted and tucked in. And that's it for this style. You've probably noticed all of these styles have had my mannequin pre-curled. Really, any really fun style, you're going to want to pre-curl. I'm going to take a little bit of my Cristal oil, run that through my hands, and then run that through her ends and mid-shaft. You want to try to get it not close to your scalp if you can. Obviously, she's a mannequin, so I can go up a little bit higher because she won't complain about greasy hair. But really you want to work from like your ears down. And what the Cristal oil does is it adds a little hydration back into your hair, but it also just helps defrizz and it smooths everything out. But that's a super cute style. It's super easy. You just twist one side back, but it gives you a little bit something without feeling like you don't have anything going on. So off of that, we're actually gonna just change the style a little bit. We're gonna twist another section back just like we did on the other side and pin it again. All right, so you guys can see just a few twists back. It really just elevates curls. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing difficult. It's super simple, but it just makes you feel like you have something going on more than just boring straight or curly hair. This next style, I am going to show you how to do a messy top bun. So you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to go from, so if this is your eye, ear, you're going to go about your temple area and you're going to do a nice big triangle section. You want to do the more hair, the better, because if you have a really small section, your little top knot bun is going to look really silly and kind of frumpy on top. So you need a lot more hair than you think. And you can see I kind of did a triangle / U-shape back to really get a nice big chunk of her hair so that when I put her up, it doesn't look like it's really thin and flimsy. And you're going to, again, take your 2 hair ties, tie them through, do it one time, and then again the second time like usual. Just don't pull it all the way through because you want to keep that little bit of a tail. And we're just going to pin it just like you would with a messy bun. You guys, these styles are so much easier than you think. It's really just kind of playing with it and using the products to help it make it look really nice and smooth. All right, so I have been pinning and tucking and pulling those front pieces forward to give her some volume. Guys, again, texture spray, you're gonna be sick of hearing me, I should say, talk about this texture spray, but it is literally the best product in the world. Just spraying it through to help kind of fluff up her curls again, give some nice texture. And you guys, that is a simple top knot style and some of the easiest styles you can do at home for your own hair, and just have fun with it, you guys. Thanks. Bye.